really can't have security independently, but it's going to be a bit risky.
Speaking of risk here, R7, the god of EXP of Indonesia, has a comment for Iran. He needs to know when to teamfight because it's painful to see his team getting wiped out every time, splitting all the way until waiting for the next game. Interesting take here for
Sarcasm.
R7. Yeah, I think I kind of agree with this, but Aura Fire, so far I've seen them managing the waves quite well, and that's why Iran is one of the core members of Aura Fire. That's that's pretty much the whole idea of the split push itself, is to know when to team fight. Aura Fire will back out if they think they cannot win those 4v4 or 4v5 team fights without Aran.
I mean, Terizla now will be picked up by the side of Aura Fire, a hero that Dixon really likes, right, in this season especially. So Terizla will be taken away. Dewa United, what's a good hero here going up against a Claude for Dixon? Lapu, does Lapu work?
I don't think so. Lapu would be terrible, I think, in this case, because you lose the lane matchup against Terizla, especially before you got to level 4. There's going to be a lot of freeze lanes. But Lapu against Claude, I don't think it doesn't really work because you can only chase out the Claude. Even with the flicker, it's going to be hard for you to chase Kabuki with a sprint, with a lot of mobility in hand, with the art of different stacks. It's just asking for trouble, I would say. But we're gonna see here the option is still that Uranus fading all the bursts coming in from that Edith from Kabuki. And it's gonna be Novaria paired up with Kaja in the mid lane.
Novaria, Kaja, not a lot of burst damage, more DPS, and now it's a bit more weird, right, for Dewa. They're just going to be out-sustained. They have the Divine Judgment, but it's going to be used, I think, very defensively. And if a fight really breaks out, they do have mobility. They can dodge away from a lot of the fights. But there's a chance that Aura, if they learn one crowd control tool, Dewa will be just forced to engage in that fight, and they don't have the same kind of damage output.
Oh man, Aura Fire's composition. This is the difference that I see in this game compared to previous games of Aura Fire. There's no solid solo laner that they have to be able to split push all the way without any kind of threat coming in your way. If you're a lane, you can just move on to another wall, and just go there in the objective fights quite easily. Fan, you can do the same. Makito, you have a lot of movement abilities on your hand, but Hayabusa, I don't think it's gonna be much. I don't think it's gonna be easier for him to split push. Aura Fire has to play with the team fight, especially with this Faramis and Claude combo. Also Terizla.
In the late game, the Uranus can match that split push potential, but even if he does that, there's not going to be a front line available for the side of Dewa, and I think Aura, they just have the more complete draft.
We're gonna see how it will fare up in this match in game number 2 of Dewa United versus Aura Fire.
Lanaton, here we go. What will the conclusion of the second game will be? Is it going to be Dewa United equalizing, or will it be Aura Fire clean sweep? Dewa United with a 2-0.
There's a silver lining for Dewa United here. The jungle take, the neutral objective contest from Aura Fire isn't really as strong, but the fight is. So they have to avoid the team fights and only really go for these neutral objectives if they can find an advantage beforehand, which means like a minute before the turtle spawns, they have to try and make something dynamic happen. But Shaco!
Wow. Good pull, good combination. Take a look at Shaco, and he will be taken down. And first blood for the side of Aura Fire.
Gotta say, it's a good move from Sin, but the lack of respect from Shaco, man, he should have used the flicker, knowing he doesn't really know what's coming for him in that bush, and 4 people for Aura Fire just jumps on him. It's a perfect first blood for Aura Fire.
Look at the emblems, man. You can see how similar their thought process is. Agility and tenacity is for everyone. And I guess Aran has the Festival of Blood, but that's due to hero-specific mechanics. They're all trying to just outmaneuver and out-survive the burst damage, trying to contest in the pickup. But look at Van.
Shadow kill has been popped as Ray will be the sole casualty there. Top side, good pickoff.
Good pickoff, but Van going for Weapon Master instead of the Seasoned Hunter on Hayabusa shows that he wants to go for a bit of aggressive gameplay. But speaking of aggressive, Kabuki just zones what? This is Irithel against a Claude we're talking about.
Irithel against Claude, but Shaco is still involved right here, trying to pressure Kabuki. And you can see it, Aura Fire, more presence in the bottom side of the map. They won't be able to take out Dixon, but they can push him away. and take full control of the jungle area. Season Hunter on Van, by the way, not as required because you're not exactly a fast clear dependent hero. You don't really have ways to try and use that to your advantage as well. You might as well get more damage instead of going for extra damage when you're trying to contest for the low turtle steals.
Seems like first turtle will fall for the side of our fire as the Lancelot concedes. He does not rotate towards that turtle area, but oh, good knock up onto Chaco. No clear follow-up just yet though. It will still be Aura Fire leading 1,000 gold lead.
Okay, Talent's prediction brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 and Z Flip 5. Looks like Bob Willing is once again the lone wolf here for our casters. Aura Fire all the way for us, and I think it's not just bias, it's not just Aura Fire is a better team. I think in the draft too, I prefer Aura Fire greatly.
Oh, good suppression as Zen will be forced to use the flicker and the cold altar as well. Reinforcements is here as Van now finding the shadow, commits onto it, the shadow kill as well. As Shaco will be taken down, so it's a 1-for-0 good backup by Aura Fire.
Samo HG coming in with the flicker onward combo. It's really quick. And you can see it, it's, you know, in the hands of Samo, this becomes a lot more dynamic and immediately they go in the jungle.
Good knock-up as well. And Ray, you blink, you miss it.
Okay, so Synergy is coming to play here, but right now it's not with Sin, with Avan, with a lot of burst damage in the early game for Hayabusa with the Quad Shadow and also the Shurikens. It's gonna be a lot of trouble for Dewa United to deal with, but right now, 3-man or 4-man camp here. Watt and Chaco is smelling something.
Well, they can't really do anything. Who are they gonna try and send into the bushes to try and figure out where Aura is? Maybe the Novaria can really open up the Astral Echo to try and find them, but he needs to know initially that there's danger in the jungle, and for Dewa United, it's so hard to determine where Aura Fire is moving to. Look at that. Before you know it, they're just already in the bushes, and they just move away. It's like they already know the rule on how they want to move right there, how long they can stay in the bushes for.
Dixon on this Uranus. Remember, there's been a lot of criticism for this guy. This guy on the Trisla, it's gonna be scary for him, but on this kind of weak lane fighters, weak lane EXP laner, he doesn't really perform as well as he's on those team fights. So we're gonna see here how he will play this Uranus. But Zen with the pull.
Oh, Samo misses his first kill. Dixon now taking some heat, half HP. The second turtle, 6,000 HP on that turtle. Seems like now Aura Fire, they're taking their time in that turtle take. Oh, penalty zone popped as well. Ontowards Ray Van secures the turtle as Chaco pulls one member as Ray though will be isolated in the front side as he gets taken out. No more casualties, but Aura Fire wins the trade 2-0.
Gotta say, man, there's been a lot of hesitation in Dewa United Esports in terms of this objective take game. It's not just in the second game, but in the first game too. This case though, Oran just doing his job, just zoning out all the members of Dewa United Esports, and that penalty zone towards Ray just eliminates the fact that he can contest for the turtle.
Oh,
0-3-0.
Divine Judgment on towards Van, but no clear follow-up. Chaco will force to use the flicker, but he gets taken down nonetheless. Chamo misses that flicker. Combination is what will punish and gets the kill. Aura Fire, they need to be careful now.
You're still seeing moments of, I don't know, over-aggression from Aura Fire, but so far, like we mentioned, it's still the same idea. They're winning the team fights, they're winning the mutual objective contest, and they are always out-macroing Dewa United. Dewa is always one step behind, even when they have a mobile gold laner that's just trying to roam around. Watt has been trying to just make something happen, but it's just not enough. Even here, he can go for an all-in, but he does not know if it's safe enough to go for such a play.
And it's really hard for you as an Eartha in the early game to make something happen, especially this Kaja doesn't really have a good pairing of burst damage to be paired with that Divine Judgment. So far Shaco has been a non-factor in this match, 0-3-0 without any kill participation whatsoever. Hell, even Watt, the only kill that Dewa United Esports got, it's courtesy of that initial mistake from Samo HT. Like, what's the solution here?
They just have to find a proper fight and not over-engage. I mean, they went for the neutral objective earlier, trying to go for a steal against a team with a cult altar and a penalty zone. That is dangerous. They have to try and maybe trade some things around. They are 3k gold behind, which is significant, but it's not something that they can't really come back from. With the next turtle coming up, maybe it's time they actually admit that Aura has the better setup. Back away. Try and get turret somewhere else.
See, Shaco has the Divine Judgment, has no flicker. It's gonna be perfect turtle here for the side of Aura Fire in this game. 3 turtles, 0 turtles for Dewa United Esports.
3 turtles resulting in a 4K gold lead for Aura Fire right now. They're just team-rolling Dewa United Esports. The fire is just too much for them to handle. Dewa United Esports, once again, like that solution, even when if you brought it Arashi, it's hard to execute when you have this kind of solid composition in team fights for Aura Fire, and so far they haven't been making any mistakes whatsoever outside of that Samuel engage. Kabuki secures another turret for his gold.
That's the big problem right here. Dewa United don't really win out in compositions for the team fight, but they can't really win in execution. They go for the pick though.
Concealed Divine Judgment has been popped. Zin will comfortably flicker it away. Silence though. Not enough damage to take him down. That's a resource wasted. Dixon now sandbagging in the front side. Take a look at Ray, low HP. Kabuki with the blazing duet. Finds the mark almost. Survives from both sides here as all 10 men will survive at Van. Might say something, Shadow Kill connected, but good flicker, but it seems like the Retribution will find its mark. And Van claims the kill.
What a valiant effort to outplay from Keys right there. But this shows again, he is just way too vulnerable. No real defensive options to go up against Aura right here. It's just where the Hayabusa is just so much more dangerous compared to the Ling in game number 1. And for Dewa, they can't win in the team fight just due to the composition. They can't really out-macro Aura Fire in the execution as well. They're in a tough spot and they have to just bank on Aura Fire making a mistake. But the new Aura Fire, the disciplined, patient Aura Fire, that's a very idealistic approach to this game.
Yeah, it's always that disciplined part for Aura Fire that has been changing since Aran got into the fray for Aura Fire. But in this case, Van is not on utility jungler, he's not really on his signature heroes whatsoever. Dewa United Esports has not been able to capitalize on the fact that Van is not on the signature heroes. Like objective takes, teamfight-wise, it's always been negative for Dewa United Esports.
You can see, like they were trying to trade, but look at how many people they have pulled down near Watt to ensure that he does not get picked off. All 5 members of Aura were at the Lord, and while doing so, without doing anything, they were able to just make sure everyone gets locked in the bottom side of the map, and they get a free turret in the top side. Aura Fire just out-pressuring Dewa United at an extreme level.
Extreme level, and also the gold department, the gold diversification here for Aura Fire. Van getting all the kills so far, 5-0-1 without any single death whatsoever. Meanwhile, all the members only 1 kills or 0 kills. So they're pouring the gold onto the perfect target in Van, and they need to snowball this Hayabusa because in the late game he's gonna fall off.
See the siege by Aura Fire, and let's see the defense from Dewa United as they will see and watch all of the inner and outer turrets taken down with this push. Base turrets left, let's see. Magic Sentry wasn't committed. Dixon now holding this Lord, and seems like, yeah, Aura Fire, they play the discipline route here. They see no opening, they do not force any opening. They just want to manage the minions.
I like that, especially with an Irithel. Oh, never mind. Aran. Has that flicker?
He's not pulled the trigger just yet. That's in the bot side area there. Bottom corner, right corner of your map. Van was caught in a 3v1 situation. If I'm not mistaken, he gets taken out.
They're just not prepared. Van thinks he can outplay his 5 kills ahead. But against 3 members, a bit too much. And Dewa United now have a window. 14 seconds. It's a very short window, but they need to try and make something happen here when the backline is secure from the dive potential.
It's Independence Day, 7th of August for Indonesia. So what are you waiting for? There's Kadira skin, new MPL Kadira skin, very on brand. And also don't forget to do the task for the free Kadira stickers in the game.
Dewa United now trying to go in damage control, trying to find whatever they can get. The Aura Fire, they're back at it again. You know, they've made one mistake, and it's already been shut down being given over to Dewa United. They will definitely not do that again. 40 seconds until the Lord is up, and they are having all their attention in the top side, trying to deny buffs, trying to make sure that the lane is in their control, so that once again, when the Lord is up, they will not be pressured by any factors like the wave, like the vision from the side of Dewa United.
Yeah, I like this. I like this from Aura Fire. They realize that they don't really have a solid solo laner to take care of that far lane from the Lord, and they actually goes for more of a grouping mechanics to clear the waves and managing it. And right now they have full advantage. Everyone is positioned to their perfect position in Aura Fire taking the Lord.
10 seconds until it's up, and Aura Fire, they've already very early on rotated to ensure they have full control, but this means Dewa United, I think, have a bit of an advantage here. The longer they wait, the more this wave is going to start pushing towards the side of Aura Fire. So Dewa can hold it slow, but against a Terizla, they must be very careful not to get engaged on by the side of Aura Fire.
Let's see. All spells are up here from both teams. Flicker Divine Judgment is also in hand. There you go, the conceal. But it seems like Dixon now taking a lot of damage.
That's massive.
He will survive though. But that's just a 5v4 setup now. But take a look at Dixon, the regeneration already full HP. And with that info as well, Aura Fire, they resetted the Lord.
This is where the composition really stands out. Having more regeneration, having longer poke damage from Dewa United means that they don't have to rush anything. They just have to wait, and Aura Fire are the ones who are forced to try and bait Dewa United by pretending that they're committing onto the Lord or going for a big engage. Penalty zone is already up again though, so once again, Dewa United needs to be very careful to try and avoid this.
See again, the Lord and Samo. Misses his first skill. Dixon now again. Oh, good! Divine Judgment now. Onto his Kibuki. But take a look at the call altar and penalty zone. It's an AoE party with the Blazing Duet as well. As Checo will be taken down. Aura Fire, it's a 5v4 setup. This is their time to pull the trigger on the Lord. Take a look at the damage that Kibuki brings on towards the table. Ray in the backside will not find the flank. I might be wrong though. Samo gets taken down as Van finds the kill on towards Watt as well. And they still want more here. Dixon, will he fall? The answer is no, as Aura Fire now looks to recalibrate with the Lord. Van does not commit on towards that one, as they will wait for the Lord that marches topside.
Oh, what a response from Aran. Prince Aran is doing work for Aura Fire, realizing, right now he's still aggressive as hell.
Yeah, it's a 2v1 though. Let's say Ray very low. Purple buff will be taken by Dixon. And it seems like Aran will hold his aggression this time.
Man, Aura Fire, they just go for the decisive fight right there. It looks like they're trying to back away, but then Van makes the play. Dewa United once again just overextends, and there's a bit of a lack of synergy. They don't move together at the same time, and against fighters, against assassins, that's just lethal.
Base turret top side will be taken out. Penalty zone onto it too. Take a look at the damage now. Will it be enough, as Dixon trying desperately to survive as he barely gets out? Now, Aura Fire takes another base turret in that mid lane. Shadow kill, just trying to poke the members of Dewa United. But it seems like Aura Fire now focused down. Good pull! But the damage is not enough just yet. They will save their last base turret in the bottom area, as Aura Fire now looks to refresh and retreat.
Oh, Dewa United, if they want to win the game, the time is now. They have to hold on to this bottom inhibitor turret, and also this composition allows them to be more oh my goodness! Oh! Towards Azin, and that is the first.
Aran now forcing a fight. Take a look at that. Blazing Duet in the backside. Watts survives, but it seems like Chaco in the front area will be the trade. It's a 1-for-1 now, as Zin is already back in the fight with its passive.
The Fermish passive, so valuable in the late game, but you can see that Dewa United, this is that late game they've been waiting on. They have more, on paper at least, a better teamfight composition, and now the damage falls off, but look at that!
Oh, it's a 1v3 Van! That's crazy! As he finds the killing spree. Base turret falls as well, as Ray looks for the trade. Cole Alter popped. Dixon half HP, good! Penalty zone by Ron, as Samo claims the kill. And it's this going to be it. Aura Fire clean sweeps Dewa United, the Red Dragons, waking up in Leg 2.
The might of the gods didn't help Dewa United whatsoever, as the Dragons, man, 2-0 clean sweep, and the Prince Around effect is still coming into play. A solid debut for Samo HD, and might be looking for a